Hi there, welcome back to the Metal Gear Solid 4 stream. Uh, we skipped the briefing last time because I just thought it would be best to go ahead and start the game. But there is actually a briefing for Act 1 that kind of clears a few things up as to what we're doing. So I figure I'll go ahead and get that started. It's entirely cutscene, so I probably won't have much to say during it.
Only 2 eggs today? Solidus must have taken the day off. 7, 8, 9, 2, 5, 9, 0, 3, 6, 0, 3, 3, 0, 5, 3, 0, 5, 4, 8, 8, 2, 4, 4, 6, 6, 5, 2.
The Manhattan incident triggered a serious public backlash. Now the U.S. has to think twice before intervening militarily in other countries' affairs. This has fueled a push towards military privatization, with PMCs at the heart of that movement.
PMCs? Private military companies?
That's right. PMCs have no basis in nations or ideologies. They are private enterprises, driven by profit. In addition to dispatching mercenaries to war zones, they secure weapons and train local soldiers. They're contractors for war itself, and business is good. Their clientele includes developed nations like the US, rebel factions looking to seize power by force, smaller countries lacking armies of their own, even terrorist groups. They're in the Americas, Asia, the South Pacific, Europe, Africa, the Middle East. The rise of the PMC has spawned a war by proxy, and it's spreading across the globe.
They're...
Sonny, we'll eat them later, okay?
Every age has its mercenary. These PMCs are nothing new. We've been dealing with them since before the turn of the century.
No, Snake. They're nothing like the mercenaries of the past.
They're ready.
Sorry, I'm a little busy right now.
The Pentagon's new battlefield control system has produced a decisive difference between hired guns and the PMCs of today. The system was developed by Arms Tech Security.
Armstech? You mean AT Corp?
Yeah. In recent years, AT Corp has shifted focus from weapons development to security tools. And since the establishment of AT Security, business has been booming. The system makes it possible to integrate not only micro-level information on individual soldiers and units, but also macro-level information about field conditions and order of battle.
So they've finally achieved total real-time battlefield control.
That's right. And as a result, the global presence of PMCs has grown explosively. Truth is, the rise of system-controlled PMCs has led to a dramatic decline in civilian casualties and human rights violations on the battlefield.
A cleaner, safer battlefield. Makes for nice propaganda.
Snake! You were smoking again, weren't you? This is a non-smoking flight.
There's more. State governments and rebel groups can't match the maintenance price of standing forces. PMCs, by comparison, are reliable, easy to use. It wasn't long before everybody had them on the payroll. And, as a result, regular armies began to decline worldwide. It's hard to believe, I know, but PMCs are beginning to overtake conventional armies in terms of scale. Nowadays, it's the PMCs who serve as standard battalions. They already make up 60% of all combatant forces in zones of conflict.
60%?
The fact is, the world now depends largely on PMCs for waging its wars.
I thought it was the UN that authorized the PMCs in the first place.
The US abstained from voting on that resolution. In effect, Washington was endorsing PMCs without ever revealing its true intentions. Until they got wind of the uprising, that is.
The US has exported too much military power, and now she's paying the price.
That's exactly it. America has now turned war into a form of economic activity. Analysts are calling it the war economy, in that it's picking up the slack for the downward-sloping oil market. But I, for one, don't intend to simply stand by and watch it happen. For the PMCs, market expansion entails fanning the flames of war. It means more refugees.
War orphans. Child soldiers.
Yes. Even as PMC soldiers get more specialized, they're also getting younger.
Mercenaries spun off from state armies. Unmanned weapons. Child soldiers. Proxy battles in a new Cold War.
There are hundreds of PMCs in business worldwide, and their numbers are growing. Currently, 5 of them are big enough to be labeled global powers. 2 in the US, and 1 each in the UK, France, and Russia. Reconnaissance has revealed that those 5 PMCs are run by a dummy corporation that acts as a single mother company. This mother company embodies the 5 largest PMCs. Her name is Outer Heaven.
Outer Heaven? You mean?
That's right. It's Liquid.
Liquid?
He's taken command of this immense army and is now preparing to unleash an insurrection.
I watched him die.
His will lives on, in the body of the man once known as Ocelot. He aims to fan the flames of war even higher, to create the perfect world once envisioned by Big Boss.
The one world in which soldiers will always have a place.
He must be stopped, before it's too late. Do you understand, Snake? Any means necessary. Just stop Liquid's insurrection. Even if it means
killing him. You want Liquid dead? Isn't that right, Colonel?
I'm sorry. I know. This isn't justice. It's a covert assignment. A hired hit. A wet works op targeting the head of a major multinational corporation.
Why me?
Because of the military might of the PMCs, and the effect they have on the economy. War is to the 21st century what oil was to the 20th. The pillar that supports the global economy. You'll recall a rather alarming report issued by that American think tank during the Cold War. One that described a new model for perpetual war. What we're facing now is a whole new ballgame.
Iron Mountain's Delphi technique.
That was fiction. It existed only on paper. In reality, it's far more serious. The global community is concerned, but they're all too afraid of the war economy collapsing to do anything about it. The UN, too.
Sounds pretty self-serving to me.
Snake. This mission isn't an order from Washington. Not like the old days. And it's not something the UN can officially sanction either. But we can't just look the other way while Liquid plots this insurrection. If we fail to act, he'll become the greatest threat the world has ever faced. Snake. You're the only man I can trust.
Fine. Let's hear it.
Our intelligence on Liquid's uprising originally comes via reports from U.S. Special Forces, who were mobilized after we at the UN reported our findings. They're tracking Liquid's movements. About 18 hours ago, he was spotted in the Middle East.
There's a rebel army in the Middle East, made up of ethnic minorities, waging civil war against the regime in power.
The core of that regime's army is provided by one of the PMCs under Liquid's control.
What about the rebels?
The local militias have hired small numbers of operators as trainers and field commanders. And of course, they've got help from the local PMCs.
Right. A proxy war between hired guns.
PMC versus PMC. A quagmire of war. All too typical victims of the new world economy. Snake, you'll be sneaking into the conflict zone via transport truck, disguised as one of the rebel army's hired operators. Your first objective is to make contact with our informants, Rat Patrol Team 01. They'll be expecting you.
Rat Patrol, huh? They sound sneaky.
They're a special forces team assigned to the Army's PMC Investigation Unit, CID.
CID. Real rats of the Army.
No. I can vouch for them personally.
Friends of yours?
You could say that. Transportation to the area will be provided under cover of a UN humanitarian aid mission, with support from the US military. From there on, though, you'll get no protection, and no guarantees from anyone. And you must not leave behind any evidence of your involvement in the area, let alone that of the UN. If word of this ever leaked out, it would spark a global firestorm. Snake. Will you do this for me? Will you terminate Liquid?
I'm not like the PMCs. I don't need your money.
Thank you.
But if you're going to spark something, spark this. Fine. I'll start my own fire.
So, I managed to find a, it looks like a J-pop song. performed by the Tuhan Princesses from Hideo Kojima's Hide-chan Radio Podcast. I don't think that's the song. I don't think that's the song that you're thinking of, but alright, let's listen to it. We'll listen to it when we get back to the game. Yeah, let's overwrite the save data, since I found stuff. So there was a little Easter egg I was trying to do in there, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure it's actually possible there.
It's pretty dark in there. Switch the solid eye to night vision mode.
And then let's see. There it is. We don't actually have to sneak through this section, because we made friends with those guys. So it doesn't really matter what we do to them as long as we don't kill them.
You're on our side?
遠く離れていても君の元へ続いてく道花よ風よ舞い散る夢よ届けて祈りの歌
I'm just gonna let this scene speak for itself.
And now, Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
Okay, so as you've seen, we can pretty much just run around in here, and it's no big deal. We can do whatever we want, and they don't really get angry with us. As long as we don't kill them, they don't really get angry with us. And there's the disguise. If we had not helped them, or if we had shot at them with lethal weapons, the entire group would turn on us. But once we got in here, if we were managed to sneak this far, we can go into the camouflage menu, which I was trying to go in earlier. You can actually choose manual presets for this. So we have Tiger Stripe, you know, Woodland, 3-color Desert, and Urban. You can just pick that stuff if you don't want to bother with the Octo Camo stuff. But there are also disguises, and this is the disguise you would use here. Even if they didn't like you, if you were to put on this disguise, they would be okay with you. We don't really need it since we helped them out pretty overtly. Since they saw us helping them out and everything. I don't even think it matters if they see you helping them out.
Get the locks off.
Wait, what? Get the locks off? Oh, how's he do it? They were talking about somebody they found who can somehow get the locks off of these ID tagged weapons. They don't know how he does it, but he does it somehow. No, they're coming to check out that sound because I knocked over that can. I feel like I missed something. If you help the resistance out, sometimes you get special guns. Yeah, and I got a ration earlier. I think I unequipped my rations. Yeah, I'll give him some noodles.
Didn't know you were here. You sure? What's going on?
Ah, he had nothing.
You sure?
Come on, give me something. Ah, he just took both my noodles and ran off. Oh well. Sometimes they'll give you useful stuff. Usually it's like songs or batteries, I think. But I think I've got all I need here. Seems like there's something I missed, but I don't think it's a big deal.
Pretty sweet, huh? Whoa, hold it. Watch where you pointing that thing.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend. Voila.
You're not with the militia, and you're not PMC.
I'm a weapons wholesaler. All shapes, all sizes. But there's no need to worry, because all my shit's been laundered.
Laundered?
You see, I take ID guns like the PMCs use and make some mods. then you can use them without having to match IDs. In other words, I'm a gun launderer. You can call me Drebin.
Drebin.
Yeah, they use that for all of us.
There are more of you.
All over the world. Not that I ever met any of them personally. Me, I'm Drebin number 893. You ain't a registered PMC employee, are you? You need a guy like me. Consider it a welcome gift. Take it. The M4, the official carbine model used by the U.S. Army, developed from the M16 service rifle. This one's a top-of-the-line model, real popular with the big PMCs. High precision, not like that government issue shit. It's, free-floating, of course. Relax, that barrel's clean.
Is the hider CQC compatible?
The beauty of this sucker is that it's got a lot of customizable parts. Change it up the way you want to meet your everyday needs.
Flip-up sight, rail system. Not bad.
Yeah, well, you know, I get a lot of noobs around here. And if you need them, I got a wide selection of aftermarket parts as well.
The frame's pretty rigid. No rattle.
Go ahead, give her a squeeze.
I can't pull the trigger.
Really? That's weird.
What's weird?
Wait, I got it. I bet you're using an older generation of nanomachines.
Older generation?
Sometimes they don't really jibe with the new system.
Seriously, who are you?
Whoa, slow down. Oh, yeah. My day job's working at AT Security. I'm in charge of production control. So I get my hands on all the ID chips before they even register. Have a sip. It's a side of AT the public don't see. From the looks of it, you ain't with any state army. But you ain't exactly green, neither. You've got last-gen nanomachines. So I'm guessing, former U.S. Army? I don't know what you're here for. But you want to be well-equipped, am I right? So, can we talk business or what? You won't regret it.
What's your take on Emoticon?
I don't particularly like the guy. But it looks like we'll need his help with those ID guns. Sonny's been doing a little sleuthing for us. Drebin, a well-known gun launderer in war economy circles. He's a businessman who deals mainly in selling black-market firearms to small PMCs and local militia. Somalia, the Balkans, Lebanon, Darfur, Chechnya, Timor, Peru, the Punjab, Kashmir, Colombia. This guy really gets around.
How's he pull it off, anyway?
You can create a non-ID gun by replacing the ID recognition chip with a counterfeit version. This enables you to bypass the ID recognition process and use the gun. The problem is that there's still a record of the chip being replaced on the system side. Drebin's an employee of AT Security. He must have connections on the inside erasing records for him.
You think the Patriots are involved somehow?
I'm not so sure. If the Patriots were running the system from behind the scenes, then a weasel like Drebin would be a real pain in their collective ass.
Can he be trusted?
Remember, Drebin's a green collar. He makes his living off the war economy. He doesn't let emotions get in the way of business, and he never gets his own hands dirty. The only thing he trusts is money. I share your concern, but what if we keep him at arm's length? Use him only to get intel and the supplies we need. Keep it strictly business.
All right.
So, we ready to make a deal or what? Okay then, let's talk business. This is a war zone. There's product coming in here by the truckload. And you'll be picking up a lot of guns in the field, I'm sure. Whatever guns you don't need, I'll take and buy them off you. That'll earn you points you can cash in for services.
Like what?
I'll launder your ID guns, no more locks. And I can also sell you the guns I've got in stock. Let me show you. To ensure you can use non-ID guns, I'm gonna have to suppress the old nanomachines you got in you. Otherwise, they'll interfere with the system. Here, stick yourself with this. It's full of suppressor nanomachines. Relax, it won't hurt. You're scared of needles or something? See? No sweat. Now you can use non-ID guns, no problem. Hey, be nice to our guest. Step outside.
Boo.
There you see? No problem. From now on, when you pick up an ID gun that says lock, you just let me know. You name it, I can launder it. Of course, it'll cost you. The going rate depends on the war price at the time. Man, I gotta give this shit a rest.
Looks like you're doing pretty well for yourself.
You might say that. What with the war economy and all, and the system clamping down on things. System codes are the law now, and control's essentially absolute, paving the way for fat profits if you're willing to bend the law. Demand keeps on growing thanks to the war economy. I sell ID guns to the PMCs and state armies, and naked guns to terrorist groups and paramilitaries. And these ID guns can't be sold on the black market. System's practically a license for us arms dealers to print money. Privatizing the military's made the PMCs big and bloated. The fatter the PMCs get, the line between civilian and soldier is gonna get real blurry. Sooner or later, the whole damn human race is gonna be green collars. More like we're all gonna be fighting proxy wars. But hey, this war economy puts the food on my table. You're a green collar too, aren't you? Yeah, it's in your eyes. You've seen a lot of combat.
What makes you think you know me?
Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm the same way. I grew up here too. I got no interest in the outside world. All right then. If you need me, holla. We specialize in speedy service. Catch my drift? I have you.
So that was Drebin. I think there's about to be another cutscene, actually. Close.
I know what you're thinking, but Drebin does have a point. The world depends on war, on the war economy. Can you imagine what would happen if war just disappeared overnight?
Otacon, you and Drebin both mentioned something about a war price earlier. What did you mean by that?
It's a kind of market price, one that fluctuates according to demand, not only for PMCs and military industry, but for the production, distribution, and energy supply networks that support them. It's been growing by leaps and bounds, and investors are really starting to take notice. As the fighting in any given area becomes increasingly intense and prolonged, the war price goes up. No doubt Drebin's rates are linked to that war price. The longer and bloodier a battle becomes, the higher service prices are going to get. To put it another way, the quieter things are, the better the bargains. Snake, we'll use the Mark II to deal with Drebin from here on out. He's what you might call a street vendor. The Mark II can act as a kind of delivery boy, connect you with it. I'm adding a Drebin menu item to the Mark II's weapon menu. Whenever you pick up multiple units of the same weapon, any extras will automatically be sold to Drebin. Any ammo that's inside gets added to your cache. In other words, you keep the ammo, and the weapon itself gets traded to Drebin for points.
I see.
You can then use the points you've earned to unlock ID guns or buy new weapons.
Sounds good.
We should assume Drebin has other agents collecting guns for him besides you, Snake. You know, freelance green collars who collect weapons in exchange for services?
Guess I'll have to rely on him for now.
Okay. Now go meet up with our informants, Rat Patrol.
Okay, now I'm finally about to actually get to move.
Hurry and get to the rendezvous point with our informants. First, you'll have to get to the other side of that collapsed building. The only way across is straight through.
RPG right there. But yeah. So that was Drebin. As I said, he's kind of a shop you can use. There we go. You can just kind of go into the pause menu, open up this shop, and you can buy weapons. You can just straight off the bat, if you had enough DP, which I don't have nearly enough, you could buy a Mosin Nagant. In fact, if you play on Wednesdays or Sundays, I think it is, you get a discount on items in the shop. There's, let's see, you know, you can just buy all this stuff. C4, satchel, satchels with sleep gas. We won't need to buy most of this stuff, because we'll find a lot of it. And so I'm not going to even bother for the most part. I mean, a suppressor for the M4 would be really nice. I think it might already... We probably would find one anyway, but they do wear out. I don't know. You can buy better sights and scopes. Things to make it more accurate. And here's the biggest reason why just the final reason, I should say, of why the tranquilizer pistol is really broken in this game. Its suppressor never wears out, it's pretty accurate, and if you ever run out of anesthetic rounds, you can just buy more, and they're really cheap. So, like, the only downside is that you know, using it in combat, it doesn't really work. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking gun. I mean, it looks kind of worthless, but it's cool looking. There's also a Ps. We'll be finding one of those later, I think. Oh, and here's another thing, the Tanegashima. Oh, I guess I can't look at it in the shop. But it calls it an assault rifle, but it's actually a musket, and it's as you can see, it fires a lead ball. Thing about this thing is that I'll probably never get it this playthrough because it costs way too much, but it has a random chance. I think it's 1 out of 3 times when you shoot it. It has a chance of causing a tornado that picks up all nearby enemies and just throws them up toward the sky. Yep. Thanks for supporting me, Mr. Monkey. So, let's see. We could also get rid of the lock on stuff, and removing ID locks is a lot cheaper than buying the gun. So now we have a GSR, just a .45 caliber pistol. It's got a really quick reload time, and it now has, oh wait, no, 3000 DP. Oh, I'm buying it. No thank you. I could add a flashlight to it, and you can actually blind people with the flashlight, I'm pretty sure. Which actually would be pretty cool. But, oh yeah, and can you customize the Mark II pistol? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so that's another thing, is you can't add customizations to the Mark II pistol. Whereas other pistols you can. I think the operator's really better for now. Get a flashlight for it. You know what? 3000 isn't that much. Flashlight's pretty cool. Don't get a flashlight? Oh, okay, well, too late. Yeah, that's right, I think you pick one up in just a minute. But, whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about money in this game. So you can buy... The M4 is nice because you can get pretty much anything. Like, you can get pretty much any kind of upgrade for it, but I don't see a flashlight. But you can get different sights, you can get a suppressor, you can get a grenade launcher attachment, a shotgun attachment, or grips that increase stability. You can get a laser sight, and you can get a flash. Oh, you can get a flashlight. Oh, but it isn't. But it isn't the gun. Well, yeah, that's okay. I don't want to get a whole lot of guns. I don't think I need them. I kind of want to try out another pistol, but I don't know. So I mean, I now have the operator equipped with. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Because of the only use for this thing is to blind people, the flashlight only comes on for a split second. I mean, for a second or so, about a second. And then it just blinds people, and then it turns off. Oh, the master key is a shotgun mount for the M4. Yeah, we'll be finding that stuff later though, so there's no reason to get it right now. The operator is useful because it's actually, is there a way to turn the light off? Yeah. There, you can turn the light on and off. That's nice, but the nice thing about the operator is just that I can attach a suppressor to it. But in other situations, I'd rather use the other pistol because I think it does a little bit more damage and has better reload speed.
Careful, Snake. The walls could come down any second.
Oh, look at that guy. How'd you manage that? Oh, wow. He actually has that stuck through his leg. I just want to get it off there. It makes me sad. think the only way to go... Okay, now I can go this way. Seems like the way to go.
Yeah, I can see him. Perfect.
Yeah, I can see him too.
Take him off from here. We've been
Oh no!
spotted. Damn it! Return fire!
Well, they didn't last long. Actually, I wonder if this is the best camo to use here. Probably not. Oh well, it's fine. I guess this is supposed to show you how you can get around. Oh, that's right. This is a little bit too... Oh, no, no. It's a little bit too thin for you to just... kind of walk across. But you can sidle along like this, or you can hang like I was doing earlier, and I think that works too. But looks cooler the way I did it, so. Yeah. Before we move on. Whoa, no! Well, apparently trying to shake that guy down caused me to fall. He had a petrol bomb. Oh, he's not gonna have anything else. What am I thinking? I didn't really expect that to cause me to fall.
Who's there?
Go away! I'm not done yet!
Stop! Stop right there!
No!
Get back here!
We now have the drum. Retire the box. Because we got a drum can.
Okay, Snake. Hurry to the rendezvous point. Your radar is marked with which way to go.
Wait, what was it? Okay.
Help me out, okay?
So that's the drum can. Take dudes out? Yeah, alright. That was what you meant to do, right? Wow, I really need to recover my stamina here. There we go. Let's equip the solid eye actually. It's nice to know where people are. So there's mortars placed around here. Oh,
It's a striker.
man, really?
PMCs have sent reinforcements. Now their defensive line is a lot thicker. It's gonna be tougher to break through. That striker will be shooting at you too. Stay on your toes. It might be best to avoid that area altogether if you can.
So you can just use these mortars to kind of clear the area. I think the tank is probably the best thing to take out though. I don't think we can completely clear this area yet. I think something else has to happen first. Oh, those are friendly units. Let's watch what these guys do. Actually, you know what? I don't really want to use the disguise right now. I think I'm just going to use this. So they're trying to rush this building here, but somebody's taking them out. It's probably not Mr. Assault Rifle over there. Somebody's got a pretty good rifle, and they're shooting them from really far away. Maybe there's something we can do about that. Help this group advance. Huh? There's a threat ring here. There doesn't seem to be anybody all that close. Nope. Any of those guys. Alright, so... Oh, no, that's not gonna be it. We probably gotta go in this building to find those people.
I'll put the heat on them.
Uh-oh.
I'll heat on them. No survivors.
Okay. So he's gonna go put the heat on him from below. This guy has got some kind of a rifle. Some kind of sniper rifle. He's probably the main cause of the problem here. Yeah, he's got a sniper rifle. So this guy is causing them all their problems.
You gonna take it or what?
we go in here, we get a laser sight. So, that's a new thing we can add to our M4, I'm pretty sure. And a pss. So we get a silenced pistol. That silencer doesn't ever wear out, so that's actually probably a pretty good one. A pretty good weapon to use. Except that it's extremely weak. It's a very, very weak weapon. Let's see, I believe... Yeah, here we go. We got the laser sight for our M4, so it'll be a lot easier to use now. They should have a much easier time fighting these guys now. Because the, oh, I can't go any higher. They should have a much easier time now, because they don't have that guy sniping them. Except that they do have this guy sniping them. But now they don't. And we'll just help them out a little bit more. Alright. So now they should be able to advance. Oh, throw a grenade on them? Yeah, I guess I could have done that. It would have been faster. I even have a stun grenade I could have used on them. I must have missed some guys. There was a guy who said he was going to put the heat on them from below. Let's see, what am I gonna do? Oh, I really expected that to work. Alright, that works. Oh, alright, good night, Spider. I probably won't go too much longer. You know what? I'm gonna use some grenades. All I have unlocked is a petro bomb. And they're effective for this situation. Wow, that man is completely surrounded by fire. And he's just sitting there. That was pretty amazing. Wow. Just completely surrounded by fire. Or he was. Thing is, I did that, but I think doing that might have kind of screwed me over. I think there are more snipers, actually. Over here. What? No. Actually, you could be of use to me. There we go. Nope. Ah. Oh no, somebody knows where I am. Ah, I really thought I could blind him and that it would actually help me in some way. Oh no.
Snake, are you all right? Snake? Snake!
Well, yeah, this section gives me a little bit of trouble. It has been a while since I played it. I had some strategies going, but they weren't that good. They weren't that good strategies. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is, you know, I'm gonna try to be a little sneakier. I'm gonna try to help them advance, but
Hurry to the rendezvous point. Your radar is
I'm mostly just gonna try to take out those specific things that are stopping them, and just help them advance. And I think that should work. I don't think I need to do much. I forgot that they see you when you do that. I don't know if I actually fired that shot or not.
Can't spare any reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
I'll try to be sneaky, I say, as I get caught. But I did blow up the tank. I got away. Say, I'm thinking I got away. Like, I mostly know where the enemies are. I just don't know if they'll... I don't know how evasion mode changes the environment. Never really figured that out. Oh yeah, I forgot the main thing I wanted to change. Oh no! I really thought that was gonna work. Well, I did shoot it. Stress is accumulating. I was trying something a little bit different. I should have known it'd end up that way. You can kind of try to fight your way through this, which is what I'm kind of doing. Metal Gear Solid 4 has the addition of something that kind of shows you where the effective, where you're going to affect by an explosion and that kind of thing. Does that really do nothing?
Understood. Regroup and engage.
That did nothing but blind me. I'm really confused by this. Yeah, that gun is not effective at that range. It did eventually work, but it's not meant for that kind of fighting. Oh, for crying out! How many of these guys are there? I guess I knew about that guy, I just...
Understood. Regroup and engage.
Oh, what? That was just firing at the wall over there, you know. Now that I have this weapon, I can use it. And the stun grenade turned out to be completely worthless. Let's go ahead and unlock this, which is an extreme discount. Oh, this guy fell back not because I shot him a lot, but because I had shot him with that tranquilizer pistol. Now notice Snake is getting pretty tired right now. He just looks tired. Okay, I only really need to sneak by. I don't really need to take out all the enemies. What? Oh, they spotted me through that window. Dang it. Yeah, this isn't going so well.
Understood. Regroup and engage.
Is he able to see me like that? And then they forgot about me. I really want to take out that sniper. Maybe I can from an area up ahead. Lots of explosions everywhere. And I believe that helicopter can actually catch us if we're not careful.
Snake! PMC airstrike!
Oh. Oh no. Where is he firing at? This is not a good place to be right now. Can I go in this door? Yes, I can. Yeah, this game definitely has a lot more shooting than most of the games. As much shooting as Snake does, there's just so much constantly here. It's this chaos of warfare. Oh, somebody laid a trap for us. Look at that. But just like in the previous games, we can just crawl over it. Pick it up. We get a sleep gas mine. We'll be getting a lot of those in this area, as everything is booby-trapped. Everything. There's so many traps, and we'll be crawling a lot because of that. But luckily, they're pretty easy to see. The traps are. Like that. That one maybe less so, and that one's actually lethal. Claymore mine. It was guarding this Playboy magazine. Somebody didn't want that magazine to be stolen. Ah, I was shooting at that image for a reason. I think there's another image in this room that does something special. Maybe not? Maybe that's later in the game. I think I'm thinking of something later. And yeah. Well, that's what happens if you don't actually crawl over a claymore. Rolling into a claymore is not the same thing as crawling over a claymore. Note, just note that. It's not the same thing. Gotta smoke G. Still can't use it, still locked.
Snake, I'm detecting a trap in your vicinity. It's a bomb that uses an infrared sensor as a detonation trigger. It's a remote control device, and I'm detecting slight traces of volatile sleep gas. Trigger it, and you'll be knocked out, so be careful.
Thanks, Otacon. The big lasers weren't a giveaway. There's still a lot of stuff in this area. Nope. There's what the sleep gas does. I figured it couldn't hurt to use the sleep gas, or to get sleep gassed. It's not a big deal. Doesn't really hurt anything. Yep. More claymores, which means more stuff to collect. Oh, an MP3. MP3s are always nice. Level 3 warning from one of the early games. Oh yeah. You know what? I should really be doing that. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of what it's there for. It's just because there's all kinds of stuff going on. It's also to, you know, help recovery, to make recovering your health a lot more fun, because you can listen to the podcast, or you can listen to music or whatever, and it makes recovering your health a little bit faster. It makes it a little bit less tedious as well, because you have something to listen to, and you have a choice of what you listen to. So, you know, it's extra entertainment within your entertainment. There's a rat. Where's that rat going? look. Rat found a little hole we can go into.
And now, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Okay, I don't really want to listen to the
Podcast.
podcast. Oh yeah, Metal Gear 20 years history. That's right. This is just various songs played by an orchestra. Various Metal Gear songs. This is the very first Metal Gear game's theme. Another psst. Yeah, that's right, we didn't get the previous one, so we got the message again. Here we can hear the theme of Terra. Of Tara, I guess it is actually. It's supposed to be Tara. Could have gone through that hole and it would have led to an earlier area. I don't know which one has useful stuff. I think it's this one though. I would guess that it's this one though, since it's further along. First one there to kind of tempt you away. But no, this one looks like it just leads back to the stairs. Not really that useful. Wait, what? We hadn't climbed up here. Oh, that's right. There was one more level we hadn't climbed to. Got some noodles. That Claymore was defending those noodles. I couldn't move for a bit there because Snake had thrown out his back. Use compress. Okay, fine. And as you would expect, you can break those if you like.
Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon!
All right. Here.
Easy now. Don't move.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
Careful, I'm no rookie. I'm a 10-year vet.
How the hell did you ever survive 10 years?
Don't move. CQC, real big boss, huh? Lower your weapon. I wouldn't try anything funny if I were you.
Fox.
Snake? Snake?
Meryl.
Is that you? What happened to your face?
Accelerated aging. They don't know the cause.
Oh my god.
Meryl, you're my informant in the U.S. military.
And you must be the inspector sent by the UN. Akiba!
Commander! Sorry.
This is Rat Patrol Team 01. We're with the CID, one of the bodies investigating PMC activity.
First hounds, now rats. Here, you can have this back. What is your problem? You okay? Stomach pains? Diarrhea?
It's been 4 days since Liquid arrived in the area. And since then, this woman's been with him. She doesn't look like a combatant. Probably some kind of advisor. Maybe a scientist.
So, you're the commander of this O1 unit.
Why? Something wrong with that? Here, I'll introduce you to the team. That's Ed, our radio man and sniper. The sleeping giant is Jonathan. Don't stand behind him. He hates it when people go around his back. And finally... Johnny. Everybody just calls him Akiba.
Commander, I've finished installing the sensors. Whoa.
Okay, Akiba. Anyway.
You're all grown up.
Maybe it's because someone taught me well. A certain legendary hero who suddenly disappeared. You quit the unit. Me? I never gave up on you. Or on Foxhound. Back then, I just wanted you to accept me. I wanted you to turn around and see who I was. But I've put the past behind. I'm done playing little love games. So, what are you here for?
Threat assessment. The PMCs.
Really? Because I heard a rumor there's an assassin out there targeting their leader.
Well, that's some rumor. I'm only here because the UN wants me to assess the impact and effects of PMCs on their refugee protection efforts.
That's all?
More than enough for a retired vet like me.
I know he's plotting an insurrection. But as long as AT Security's system is in place, there's no way he'll succeed.
How can you be so sure?
They've implemented a system that monitors in real time every single soldier engaged in combat action, whether he's State Army or PMC. Each individual soldier has been fully ID tagged with nanomachines injected into their bodies for that purpose. The nanomachines keep track of the soldiers and their real-time personal data 24 hours a day. They monitor each man's position, movement speed, reserve ammo, firing accuracy, wounds, rations, water intake and supply, sweat secreted, heart rate, blood pressure and sugar levels, oxygen. All the data gathered on body condition, on sensory organ data showing pain and fear, data on every internal response within the body. All of it is collected by an AI at the system's core. This data is monitored at HQ to enable command to make quicker, more precise, more rational decisions. It also enables crisis management for each individual soldier. It's being used by the US military, by state armies in allied countries, by PMCs. Even police agencies are starting to adopt it. Unless they agree to implement the system, PMCs aren't permitted to send troops anywhere.
You've got these system nanomachines in you too.
Of course. Our unit plays by the rules, same as everybody else. It was creepy at first, knowing you're being watched 24/7, but I've gotten used to it. It gives us a lot of advantages in the field, too. We get a clearer picture of what's going on around us, so there's less confusion during missions. And our nanomachines communicate with each other, making teamwork a lot smoother. And that's not all the system does for us. It's also a security guarantee against the PMCs.
Security guarantee.
That's right. The PMCs are combat groups without states or ideologies. They're not fighting out of nationalism or for a cause. They don't care why the war is being fought. They're just bodies fighting on someone else's behalf. They're mercenaries, a commodity. So it's easy to imagine them betraying their clients by joining the enemy or refusing to fight, or committing humanitarian atrocities. To keep these things in check, they ensured that no one can use firearms or military vehicles without the proper system ID. It's true for every piece of equipment out there. So even if the PMCs tried to mount a terrorist attack or coup d'etat, their weapons and equipment would automatically be locked out. They wouldn't be able to move, attack, or engage in combat of any kind. And there's more. All the data on their position, personnel, and combat strength is leaked to us by the nanomachines. Even if they managed to circumvent the system by getting the nanomachines out of each soldier's body, they'd be losing their IDs in the process, so they couldn't use their weapons.
And the Patriots are behind this.
Lalilulelo, what are you talking about?
Never mind. So this system is foolproof, huh?
Completely. They call it SOP.
Sons of the Patriots.
The AI that controls it is a tightly guarded secret, both at Arms Tech Security, where it was developed, and at the Pentagon. There's no way a third party could get control of it.
I just met a guy who said he can launder ID guns. The system does have holes.
There can't be more than a few hundred of those gun launderers. It's just a grassroots movement. It's not like they can affect the entire PMC war machine. Anyway, Liquid would have had to register as a PMC in the system to assemble an army that massive. His PMCs might even exceed the US military in terms of numbers, but as long as they're registered, their soldiers' activities are constantly being monitored. So long as the US responds immediately when Liquid makes his move, we can take them down by force.
By force, huh?
When RSOC heard about Liquid's plans, they sent us to sniff around the PMCs. Even with this SOP keeping an eye on things, there are always trouble spots to deal with in the field. Disorderly conduct, disobeying orders, contract violations. We act as backup for the system by monitoring the soldiers. PMC inspections are always carried out on the battlefield. That's why we're authorized to carry and use weapons. We've lost 5 inspection teams in the past few months alone. They were all undercover, inside Liquid's PMCs.
Then, if you got caught...
We'd be exterminated like rats. But we're smarter than that. We've been mingling with the PMCs, and after 3 months of searching God knows how many battlefields, we finally tracked him down. When we reported that we'd found Liquid, our superiors ordered us to provide the UN investigators with intel. But I didn't know it'd be you.
Didn't the Colonel tell you he was sending me?
Colonel? Don't tell me it's Campbell!
Yeah.
He put you up to this?
You didn't know.
You gotta be kidding! You expect me to work with my uncle?
Meryl.
This is bullshit! He's not my father.
Meryl. So, you knew.
Yeah. Little violation of the need-to-know rule.
Then, why are you still calling him Uncle?
You're still calling him Colonel.
He's your father.
As far as I'm concerned, we're still uncle and niece. I will never forgive that womanizing piece of shit.
Meryl.
He, remarried.
Really?
His new wife's about my age. I hear she's even got a kid. It's as if he's given up on making up with his own daughter. Men. Selfish, egotistical pigs.
Commander.
What is it?
There's 20 of them. And they're not from that PMC praying mantis either. It's the Frog.
His private troops.
Oh, crap. This is not good.
Were you being followed?
No.
Akiba!
They might have seen the reflection off my scope lens. Whoa, wait. Hang on. You guys think it was my fault? Oh, no. Oh, it wasn't my fault, I swear! It wasn't my fault! Oh, man. Oh, look,
Dumbass! We're moving out.
Meryl, where's Liquid?
At a camp up ahead. I'll fill you in later. If we're still alive. Follow me. Eye contact. These guys are with Liquid's private army. Shoot first, think later. We'll use the stairs and get out through the back door on the first floor. We'll change the route as necessary. I'm on point. Stay close. Got it?
Got it.
Akiba, breathe deep.
Got it.
We've got a real live legendary hero with us. Try not to choke. Move!
And I immediately get shot and die, and then that's the end. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, it is pretty late. I've been going for quite some time now. I just realized that the music is still going. This part is supposed to have its own music. But yeah. It's really late. I think I better go ahead and call it a night. I'm gonna do some codex first, and then I think I'll save and quit.
The enemy sent in a squad to hunt you down. You've got to get out of there as fast as possible. There won't be any way out of the building until at least the second floor. Work with Meryl's team to find a way down and get to the exit. The exit's on a lower floor. Work with Meryl's team to get rid of anyone in your way. You need to get out of that building now. There's an exit on a lower... The exit's on a...
Okay, apparently he doesn't have anything to say. I really thought he would. I think I'm gonna go ahead and set this to auto. Actually, no. No, I think that's still the best option. And then I'll go ahead and save and quit. All right. And that's it. Good night, everybody. I think that's gonna be it for Metal Gear Solid 4 for now. I hope you all enjoyed it. I sure did, and we will continue this next week. You know, we'll hopefully escape with Meryl and hunt down Liquid. So, good night, everybody.